What's around, everyone? Welcome. This is going to be a tarot card reading for the new moon in Leo. And funny, the new moon in Leo is conjuncting the sun in Leo. And they're doing it at 5 degrees. And 5 degrees, or just the number 5, let's just do that because it can go deeper. But 5 is the 5th house, and the 5th house is ruled by Leo, the sun, Leo, the lion, right? So 5th house is about you shining, your solar plexus shining, right? Shining bright. So we're going to be using the Gold Liar Tarot card. And the reason why I'm choosing these cards is because I'm a very mercurial person. So Mercury is hanging out, okay, in Leo, right? Ahead of them, okay? So Mercury got a good view and a good perspective. So these cards, the Gold Liar cards, are going to these cards are going to sing to us. It's going to sing a message, okay? And whatever that message is, apply it to wherever you need to apply it to when it comes to your life, okay? Because only you know where you need to apply the energy and the message that comes out, because everyone has their own situations, you know what I mean, and circumstances. So in that case, you know, it calls for not a reading that just speaks to, you know, that sign and that sign only, but also you want to, since the moon and the sun is in 5 degrees, you might want to peep in on your moon sign as well, okay? Because the moon is the reflection of the sun. So you kind of can get a hint what's going on with your moon sign by looking at your moon sign in this reading. I'm also going to do a new moon in Leo separate from this reading here, okay, which is about just Leo season, the solar plexus of it all, the core of it all. So I hope you're shining bright out there, you know. What's making you shine bright, you know? What's attracting people to you? What kind of energy you got going on during this Leo season? Shout out to the Leos, Sun, Moon, Ascendants out there. How y'all doing? I ain't forget to say hey to y'all, you know. And during this Leo moon, it so happened that a orangey cat, orange and white cat, decided that it wanted to make my house, okay, a place of comfortability, you know, where it can settle on in and shine right on here. So somehow I was just driving down the street, we locked eyes, I said, oh, you're cute, and I kept it moving, right, like I normally do. Shout out to the Mercury's and air signs, air, and I don't pull the hand of my business in and out, whatever, the car, you know, and next thing you know, the cat, we go outside 10 minutes after I pull up, and the cat is outside just chilling, like at the door, meowing like, hey, we locked eyes. I was like, okay. So I have been going and getting things for cats. So I've been reading things and reading the back of toys and all that stuff, and this household deals, you know, with dogs due to my older child who is on her third dog at this point, actually fourth dog at this point. So we're used to having dogs. And we did have a Taurus, okay, who has been wanting a cat. Also a Pisces in the household has been asking for a cat. So, of course, there is an attraction to the cat, and this cat is shining really bright in this house. And I'm sure to the cat, we are shining bright to it. Okay? Because that cat want to learn some human behavior, I figure. That cat is ready to be like, you know, expand. Let's talk about that. Leo's also about, you know, growth. You know, nurturing. So, nurturing and focusing and making sure that everything is stabilized, that it is responsible for, making sure everything has what it needs so that it can do what it needs to do individually in the world to make the world go round smoothly, right? So that's kind of a little message in this card reading. So let's get started. I am going to start with Leos. Happy flight day, Leos. Happy solar return. Happy born day, birthday, all that jazz. Okay, but this is for Leos, okay? We're going to start with Leos first because this is their season, all right? And they got the new moon in 5 degrees along with it, so we got to let them go first, right? You know how I do on this channel, right? It is what it is, right? Take it or leave it. So let's get started. Surround Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, and Saturn's, okay? If you have Saturn, Capricorn, this is for you as well. So you got the 4 of Cups, so there's another sign. So we're going to have to be riding our emotions during this Leo season, huh? We're going to have to be above water, right? We cannot be drowning in our emotions because already you're the second sign that got this. So definitely with the 4 of Cups, you want to look at a higher perspective of what you're feeling. You know, think about it use more mental, that cloud there. Use that. Turn that Job cloud into a thinking cloud, okay? So why are you feeling these ways? Ask yourself these questions. Write them down. You know, why are you feeling this way? Why do you are in this war with me? Or why are your emotions, whatever it could be, you know, just getting over something that just seems so like a cloud is hanging over you and it's raining and it's thundering and lightning everywhere you go. So whatever that is, right? You have to overcome that by detaching from it, right? Nobody wants to hear about detachments and stuff like that, but it's just the fact of life, right? This is why I live in a place where we have 4 seasons. So I see the birth of it all, and I see the death of it all, and the transitions in between. So yeah, you know what I mean? It just is. Even though people try to change it and ignore it and use other things to make it easy to deal with life or palatable to deal with life, the fact is that dealing with emotions in this day and age, you know, this is the 5th race, you know, so dealing with those emotions is what we have to work on, all of us. But this came out for you in another sign. I'll put it in the description about who that was, because maybe that's the person that you're dealing with, or maybe this person is in this situation that has something to do with this cloud, but it's not about that person right now. It's about you, Cappies. So release those emotions, because it's only going to get heavier, and the rain is going to keep pouring, and it's going to turn into like a tsunami. So instead of getting washed away or drowned, you know, think about what emotions, because not all emotions are harmful, but the ones that are, you need to let go of them. If you need to get external help to help you overcome them, you might be hired help, or you might, you know, catch something on the internet that has to deal with how to deal with your emotions, how to, you know, overcome your emotions. I suggest, you know, if you go on to Archangel Uriel, he has tons of emotion videos, but that would probably be the best explanation that he gives on how to get over your emotions, how to dry them things up, you know what I mean? So It's something you need to work on during Leo season. It might be a little bit hard because it is the summer sign. The new moon is in Leo, as well as the sun. So a lot of expression is being done. So you don't want to keep repeating the same patterns, though. So when you get to that point, like I said, to the other side of like, it's the same thing. So you like pause it. If you ever seen Groundhog's Day, that movie is kind of like that, where the day keeps repeating over and over again. At some point, he started to pause a lot. There's a lot of pauses in there, like, hold up, but but you still keep going because of the pattern. You're used to being like that. You're used to saying those things. You're used to feeling that way. You're used to that. No longer. That is no longer. It's time to burn that. Okay, the light is already shone on it. Now take some fire, not literally, but burn that detachment from those emotions, because they're not serving you well. And how you know which ones to keep and which ones to go away, because the ones that hurt you on a daily basis is the ones that need to go. The ones that are helpful, the emotions that are helpful for you, is the ones that you need to keep and expand, right? And when you take those pause moments, before you react, you want to use your mind. Okay, you want to think about it. So just take yourself. You know how you see a movie, and the movie pauses, and that person starts thinking, "Oh, I think that's so Raven does that, right?" But a lot of ones come like that, but they like pause. I think Sabrina the Witch or something. But it's like a pause, and then they're like talking to themselves, or they're thinking about something, and then it goes into action. They thought about it. They made a decision about what they're gonna do, and then the screen keeps moving, and then they act out what they thought about. So take some of that energy, use some of that cloud, that air energy, I should say, and use a thought process into your emotions, and be logical with yourself. Don't sugarcoat it, because you're only lying to yourself. So if you think you're lying to somebody else, the joke's on you. You know what I mean? Because you wouldn't be feeling the way you feel. So mindfully express your emotions, and sometimes they're not. So yeah, sometimes you cannot express what you want to express because it's just the wrong place and time. If something happens to somebody's family, that's not a good time to bring up your emotional funk about how come this done happen 2 weeks ago about no. There will be a time you might need to video record yourself personally acting like the camera is that person, just to release it until the time is right to tell them in their face. You might have to journal it down, like you writing about a character, in a movie, and you jotting down all the insecurities, low down, just that and the other, because it's a script, you know what I mean? Right. So if anybody find it, it's like, I don't know what that time, I'm writing a book, right? So definitely you can get it out privately, and then when the time is right, you can let it out, how you need to let it out, and choose the right opportunity to do that, because not all the time, like I said, is the right place to express those feelings, express those thoughts and stuff like that. So be mindful of that, Capricorn, because it's going to make things worse. Have a wonderful day and night, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Ascendants during this Leo season.